Becoming an All Steinway School is an extraordinary milestone, not just for the music department, but for Troy University as well. It is a symbol of excellence that pervades the entire student body, faculty, and the facilities at Troy. It is a mark of excellence that will go on for generations to distinguish Troy University as an institution that truly cares about the student experience. I understand that Troy University and Steinway & Sons have several things in common. The first of which, they're both great American institutions with international reach. They also have a Trojan spirit. We call it the Steinway spirit up here, but it means one and the same thing. I know that becoming an All Steinway School will enhance the student experience for many generations to come, and we are simply delighted that Troy University has made this important step and commitment to become the finest institution of its kind.
We're getting a shipment of 26 new Steinway pianos, all the way from Nashville, from the Steinway factory, and this is the first time that they're going to be unboxed and put into our building.
The John M. Long School of Music is a vital part of a dynamic global university. The School of Music has a long-standing tradition of academic excellence in teaching and performance. On Tuesday, February 24th, Troy University and the School of Music will continue to build upon this tradition of excellence by becoming an All Steinway School. Steinway & Sons pianos have set the world standard for piano excellence since 1853. On February 24th, Troy University will become only the 162nd All Steinway School in the world. Our journey of excellence continues.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Dr. Larry Blocker, and I am Dean of the College of Communication and Fine Arts and Director of the John M. Long School of Music. On behalf of our Troy University administrators, students, faculty, and staff, welcome to this Star-Spangled Steinway celebration. As you know, the John M. Long School of Music has a proud heritage of excellence. One of our most recent celebrations of this excellence was the dedication of the new building we are sitting in now, a remarkable building named for a remarkable musician, teacher, and special friend, John M. Long. This evening you will have the opportunity to meet Dr. Long in a musical tribute. Additionally, you will hear from our Chancellor, Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr., and Major General Gavan, Senior Vice Chancellor for Advancement and Economic Development. At the heart of any great school of music are dedicated music teachers and music students. You will hear them and from them as well. At this time, it is my honor to introduce a member of our School of Music faculty. She is a Steinway artist. You cannot buy this title, by the way. The title of Steinway artist is earned and is reserved for the best of the best piano artists in the world. She is also an amazing teacher and, most importantly, a nice person. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the world's newest Steinway artist, Dr. Hui-Ting Yang.
Thank you, everybody, for attending our All Steinway celebration. As Dr. Young said, my name is Jonathan Steinman, not to be confused with Steinway, although I wish that were my last name. I am a senior music education major from New Hope, Alabama, near Huntsville, and I study piano with Dr. Young. Pianos housed within the School of Music before this event were Yamaha, Baldwin, and Kawai. And I can say without a doubt that these Steinway pianos have a truly superior touch and sound compared to these other brands. As a musician, I want the best instrument that money can buy. I want an instrument that will become an extension of my body and not something that I have to work against in the practice room. And the Steinway piano is a handcrafted instrument that truly becomes an extension of your body in your rehearsal space and performance venue. As I think about music making at Troy University, I am constantly reminded of our motto, educate the mind to think. Our faculty members do that every day. And in particular, Dr. Young wants her students to pursue a deeper level of meaning, feeling, and emotion in their music. She wants us to look beyond the surface and really dig into the minute details that make music so great. Educate the heart to feel. As we hone our craft on these instruments, it is truly our heart that speaks through our music making. And finally, educate the body to act. Musicians engage their entire bodies to bring music to the audience, and it is no different with a pianist. We truly sit and engage our entire bodies to bring you the best performance that we can. Troy University's rich tradition of teaching excellence dates back to its founding in 1887. Since then, Troy University has been dedicated to creating the world's best educators. And part of that mission is creating music educators. The School of Music here at Troy University has been so richly blessed with community support from Troy and beyond. On behalf of the Piano Studio and my friends and colleagues in the School of Music, we want to say thank you so much for being with us this evening for our All Steinway celebration. With your continued support, our School of Music will continue to be among the premier schools of music in the Southeast and will become a force for global competition in music education. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Jonathan. 10 years ago, I became a member of the Troy University family. Our 3 daughters have degrees from Troy, and our son is working really hard. We'll see. I've thought a lot about how Troy University makes a difference one student at a time. I believe in the student-centered approach. In my opinion, there is no one on campus who believes more in our students than our next speaker. Please join me in welcoming the Chancellor of Troy University, Dr. Jack Hawkins, Jr.
Dr. Blocker, happy birthday. I bet you didn't expect a gift such as this. What a blessing it is and a pleasure it is for me to welcome all of you tonight. And let me just introduce a few special guests before we return to the music. And I have an opportunity to ultimately introduce to you a gentleman who needs no introduction in this building. But I would like to say thank you to our colleagues from Steinway, to Bill Metcalf and his wife Jan with us tonight, to John McLaren and to Brandon Herringbrook. Would you stand up and let us say thank you? There's another very special group. All of you are special, but this group has been working with us for 2 days, and they're the guests of our dance and theater and the College of Communication and Fine Arts. They come to us from Minnesota, the Stuart Pimsleur Dance Company, which is among the world's best. Would you stand up and let us say thank you and welcome to Troy. Thank you. And Dr. Wee Ting Yang, thank you. What a remarkable talent she is. And Jonathan, there she is. And powerful testimony. Thank you. Thank you. I think you captured well not only the spirit of the evening, but the spirit of this university and our commitment to students, and I thank you for that. It is indeed all about the student, and it's all about quality. Earlier this evening, we were talking about Troy University's philosophy is not to attempt to be all things to all people, but to do well that which we do. And there's probably no better indication or symbol of that than the instruments that sit before us tonight. Steinway, and you did see a few slides of our trip just several weeks ago to Long Island, and that was really within itself a remarkable reminder of that which sustains and its quality. That's our philosophy at Troy University, and it's certainly represented, and this is the manifestation of that. But it was an exciting trip for us. They hosted us, and we learned much about Steinway and why it is what it is. It was actually established in 1836 in Germany, and the location in Manhattan was established in 1853. And then they moved out to Long Island, and it's been there since 1871. And it was there we met some of the world's finest craftsmen. And you saw a few shots of what we enjoyed throughout the day. It was truly remarkable. As I thought about the manufacturing business, there are Fords and then there are Rolls Royces. And what we saw in the makings is the Rolls Royce in the world of music. And I think it represents what we strive to be. There are only a handful, as was pointed out earlier, of All Steinway institutions. The first was Oberlin College in 1877, and others followed some great institutions, Juilliard, Yale, a few others that almost compare with Troy University, and I'm delighted. And there are two schools of music, the Central Conservatory in Beijing, where we do lots of business, and perhaps this sets the stage for yet another partnership. But when we made the investment, we did so for our students. And thank you, Jonathan, for reminding us again what is so important. Our legacy in music is there, and I think this will help even add to that legacy. But the gentleman who helped create all this, and it's always a product of leadership. You know, it always begins with one person. And the person tonight that we'll have an opportunity to enjoy yet again, and we've been here long enough, Janice and I now are in our 26th year, and we've seen experienced some remarkable days and nights I'll never forget. For example, 20 years ago in 1995, when over 800 alumni stood on that field, great musicians, all Trojans, paying tribute to this gentleman. And I've shared this with a few of you before. I talked Dr. Long out of retirement twice, but the third time Mrs. Long won. But he is an integral part of this family, and he is truly an institution within an institution. And he is a legend in American music. Tonight he will come forth in just a moment, and he will conduct what truly is his theme song, and that's the National March of the United States of America, Stars and Stripes Forever. Dr. Long, would you honor us, please, sir? Please welcome Dr. John M. Long.
Thank you, Dr. Long, and thank you for that incredible performance by all of you. Wow, what a stirring performance. That's great. And appropriate, I'm Walter Gavan. I'm the Senior Vice Chancellor for Advancement and Economic Development. It's my pleasure to wrap up the evening with you tonight. And as I do so, I want to continue a little bit of a theme that those of you who've joined us for an earlier Steinway event this past fall might be remember. It's the sort of relationship I see between flying, which is something I did in the military, and what you see here. In fact, as I came in, I thought, I was going into an airplane hangar again and seeing, instead of seeing a squadron of F-15s, I got a squadron of Steinways here. And we really took off on that last performance. So this is great. In keeping with that theme, there's something very serious that I want to talk about. And it just came to me today as I was thinking about it and how these relate. Flying was a transcendent thing for me. It was something almost indescribable. In fact, we often say that pilots are rather inarticulate people because it's very difficult to describe the passion we have for what we do and what it actually feels like to do some of the things that you get to do. Well, I feel the same thing about music, that transcendence, that when you hear an instrument like this, an instrument this finely made, played by musicians who are this good, it is only right and proper that we marry the two together as we have tonight and give the students and the faculty and the staff of this fine institution the absolutely best instruments in the world. And we can see right now what the result is. And it really becomes almost a holy thing. In fact, if you'll just excuse me for a minute, I was thinking today about something in my church that we say or sing, the Jubilate Deo, which is, and just give you a couple lines of that. It is, "Oh, be joyful in the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness and come before his presence with a song." And that's the idea that regardless of your religion, that it's something holy, that what do? We bring music to celebrate it. And so what a gift we have here, and what a way that we can enrich our community with this kind of transcendence, something that's really almost holy. Now, let me take you back down to earth for a moment. We've got these pianos here. We paid for them, but we paid for them with a loan. So we're not done yet. We owe $750,000, and I need your help to help us get there, to pay off that loan and truly complete this final act. Now, I know some of you, I can see some of you in the room that I know you've already been generous. I'm going to ask you to be generous again. It's a new year, new deductions. We can help you with the taxes. We can help you with planned giving. But we need your help. We need your support to finish this and enshrine it as part of who we are as Troy University and what we do. So I'll quote the words to a poem, which also gets back to this as we wrap up here, which is, "We affirm humanity as an organism, not a collection of selfish souls. Give and sing. Creation rejoices in the act." So I would ask you to give and sing with us tonight. Now, something that I could not do with my F-15s, I could take you in the hangar and I could show you all those beautiful F-15s and I could tell you about it. I could even let you sit in the seat, but I couldn't let you fly one. Well, tonight, you get to play one. So we're about to wrap up. As soon as I finish here, we have refreshments, which I ask you to enjoy. And then I would ask you to come up, if you feel like it, and play a Steinway and see just how good an instrument it is. Thank you again, all of you, for joining us tonight. Thank you in advance for your generosity in making this happen, and especially to those who've already given to make it happen. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to even more heights of excellence here as an All Steinway School. Thank you, and good night.